My favorite teacher. Hello, my friend. Welcome back. I'm Channie. I'm so happy that you are here with me today. Thank you for taking a little time out of your day to join me. Maybe you are having breakfast. Maybe you are walking home. Maybe you are studying English before going to sleep. No matter where you are, I hope today's conversation makes you feel relaxed and happy. Today's topic is my favorite teacher. When I hear the word teacher, I don't only think about school. I think about someone who helps us become a better person. A teacher gives us knowledge, but a great teacher also gives us confidence. Sometimes, one kind sentence from a teacher can stay in our hearts for many years. When I was younger, I thought teachers only taught subjects like math, English, science, or history. As I grew older, I realized that teachers teach much more than that. They teach us how to think. They teach us how to solve problems. They teach us how to be patient. They teach us how to believe in ourselves. I still remember one teacher who changed the way I looked at learning. It was during my middle school years. At first, I was a very quiet student. I didn't raise my hand very often. Even when I knew the answer, I was afraid of making mistakes. I worried that my classmates would laugh at me. So I stayed quiet. One day, my teacher asked a question in class. I knew the answer, but I looked down at my notebook. I hoped someone else would answer. After a few seconds, my teacher smiled and called my name. I stood up slowly. I was nervous. My hands felt cold. My heart was beating very fast. I answered the question in a very small voice. When I finished, I waited for someone to say I was wrong. Instead, my teacher smiled warmly. She said, "Very good. Thank you for sharing your answer." Those simple words changed something inside me. For the first time, I felt that my voice was important. After that day, I became a little more confident. I started answering more questions. Sometimes I was right. Sometimes I made mistakes. But my teacher never laughed at me. Instead, she always said, "Mistakes help us learn." I still remember those words today. Whenever I make a mistake, I don't feel as afraid as before. I remind myself that learning is impossible without mistakes. My favorite teacher never expected every student to be perfect. She only wanted us to keep trying. That made a big difference. Sometimes students think they need to be the smartest person in the class. But my teacher taught me that effort is more important than being perfect. She often said, "If you improve a little every day, you are already successful." I think about that sentence very often. It reminds me not to compare myself with other people. Instead, I compare myself with the person I was yesterday. Did I learn something new today? Did I become a little kinder? Did I practice a little more? If the answer is yes, then today was a good day. One thing I admired about my teacher was her patience. Some students learn very quickly. Others needed more time. But she never became angry. She explained the lesson again and again. She believed that every student could learn. They only learned at different speeds. That idea stayed with me. Now I understand that everyone has their own journey. Some people reach their goals quickly. Others need more time. Both are okay. The important thing is not to stop learning. My teacher also encouraged us to ask questions. At first, I thought asking questions meant I wasn't smart. But she said, people who ask questions are people who want to learn. After hearing that, I became less afraid. Whenever I didn't understand something, I raised my hand. Sometimes my classmates had the same question. They were also afraid to ask. So one question helped many people. That taught me another important lesson. Never be embarrassed to learn. Learning is something to be proud of. Sometimes I wonder if my teacher knows how much she helped me. Maybe she doesn't remember that day in the classroom. Teachers meet hundreds of students, but students often remember one kind teacher forever. A few encouraging words can change someone's future. That is why I respect teachers so much. They don't only teach lessons. They help build dreams. They help students believe that they can achieve something great. I think every person has a teacher they will never forget. Maybe it was a school teacher. Maybe it was a music teacher. Maybe it was a sports coach. Or maybe it was someone outside of school who taught them an important lesson about life. Whoever that person is, they deserve our gratitude. I'm thankful for every teacher who has helped me become who I am today. Without them, I wouldn't know many of the things I know now. More importantly, I might not have believed in myself. Teachers plant seeds of knowledge. Years later, those seeds grow into confidence, dreams, and success. I think that is something truly beautiful. Now I'd like to ask you a few questions. Who is your favorite teacher? What subject did they teach? Why do you like them? What is one lesson you learned from them? Can you describe your teacher in English? You can say, my favorite teacher is very kind. She teaches English. He always helps his students. I learned to believe in myself. Don't worry if your sentences are simple. Every sentence is a step forward. Every word you speak makes you more confident. Thank you so much for spending this peaceful time with me today. I hope today's conversation reminded you of someone who made a difference in your life. If you still have the chance, maybe you can send a message to your favorite teacher. You can simply say, thank you. Those 2 words can mean so much. I'm Channie. Thank you for listening until the end. Take care of yourself. Keep learning. Keep believing in yourself. And remember, every great journey begins with one small lesson. I'll see you again very soon. Goodbye, my dear friend.